Welcome to this video. In this video, we will present our research entitled Invariant Strategy as a Win Solution for Vunxe Game. But before that, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Azara Rahmi from SMA Negeri 1 Palembang with my partner
Alif Zakiansyah Ashauki.
Please watch this presentation to know more about our research. Vunxe Game is created based on invariant concept that supports the development of tic-tac-toe. Player who uses the concept of invariant will definitely win the game with the condition that other player doesn't know or doesn't use the concept of invariant. Vunxe Game is played by two players. Vunxe Game is created as game trap used in order to the players who use invariant strategy can win the game. Research methodology of this study is descriptive method, which describes the implementation of invariant to cases on Vunxe Game. The concept of invariant can be used in solving problems as strategy to win the Vunxe Game.
This study aims to find a solving strategy or solution for the Vunxe Game through invariant. The main rule is that one player called the liner draw a line and the other player called the barrier try to prevent that from happening. You will learn more by following my next explanation. We have several cases for Vunxe Game. The first case being where we have 6x6 boards and the liner moves first. How we move in Vunxe Game is to write the rational number on one of the square. By invariant, we could find that if the barrier write on the same row as the liner, they will always write the last square. In this game, when a row is full, the biggest number on a row will be darkened. By coloring 3 of the square on each row, so that the top colored square and the bottom colored square didn't connect, the barrier has a winning strategy by writing a bigger number on the colored square on the same row as the liner. In this game, a line can only be drawn from darkness square, so the liner has no chance to win, because the darkness square will not connect. On the next scenario, where we still have 6x6 board, but the barrier moves first, we can modify the previous strategy that we used by coloring the 3 square from the top to the bottom. If the barrier writes on colored square, the liner will write a smaller number on non-colored square. If the barrier writes on non-colored square, the liner will write a bigger number on colored square. This strategy will ensure that the liner will always win. In the next case, we expand the board into n by n tiled board. We can get 3 different results. The first scenario where n is more than or equal to 4 and n is an even integer. We can expand the strategy from very worst case and apply it here. First, we color n divided by 2 squares in each row. Make sure the squares are connected if the liner moves first, or disconnected otherwise. Then, the second player should write a bigger number on the colored square on the same row as the first player. Because of the invariant, second player will always win in this case. Move to the next case, where n is more than or equal to 4. But now, n is an odd integer. Based on of previous analysis, it looks like the same strategy will work, when in reality it has been proved otherwise. We will let first player moves written as number 1 and the second player moves as written as number 2. If we follow our previous strategy, the first and the second player will alternate writing the last number, proving that the invariant doesn't hold, and ensuring both players to have the same chance to win. The last case, where n is less than 4, we could prove by coloring method that the liner will always win, because the colored square will stay connected no matter what the combination is.
For the conclusion, this research is a descriptive research that describes a strategy to solve the problem to determine the solution to be a winner in Vunxe Game. In its creation, Vunxe Game is created to be used as a trap game where the trap lies on the strategy used by the players in order to win the game. The concept of invariance is used to find the strategy to win the Vunxe Game. In addition, there are several conditions that also need to be considered to support the use of invariance in the strategy for being the winner. And for the future work, many different tests and experiments using invariant to complete this game have been left for the future due to lack of time. These are some ideas that we would have liked to test in the future. Like the first one, our current winning strategy for Vunxe Game still has some limitation. In the future, we would like to develop a new game that doesn't have this limitation and only playable by invariant. And for the second one, it could be interesting to see whether the invariant would hold on a triangle board or hexagonal board. To support this research, these are the references for this research.